Weeks ago, Governor Whitmer put out the call for teachers, parents, students, and health professionals that wanted to be a part of the planning process to design what back to school would look like in the fall.
News 8's Emily Leonard spoke with a West Michigan superintendent about his appointment to that board.
Godfrey-Lee Superintendent Kevin Polston has been appointed to the COVID-19 Return to School Advisory Council. He joins us now. So, Kevin, tell me why you wanted to be a part of this council.
Well, first of all, I'm humbled to be selected, and it's an honor to serve on the committee. Recently, I joined other leaders from Kent County on creating a framework to guide districts in returning to school, and that experience, I believe, has helped prepare me to serve on a broader scale. And I always want to give a voice to those in our community that aren't always invited to the table, to make sure that the decisions are done with an equity lens so that each and every child, not just in Godfrey-Lee or in Kent County, but across the state of Michigan, can learn at high levels.
So interesting. When meeting with the Kent County leaders, is there anything you can tell us at this early point, without the school year not even being out yet, about what next fall will look like?
Well, as always, health and safety would be our primary factors when considering, the pathways that we'll use for returning to school, and that's for students, staff, and also our community members that visit our schools. As we know, the science is evolving, the research and best practices are continually changing, so we want to make sure that whatever choice that we determine to use is based on health and safety of those we serve first and foremost. And then we want to look at what are the implications on learning, and how can we make sure that the options that we choose are going to advance learning. As I mentioned, excellence is the standard, high levels of learning for each and every child. And we're gathering data and evidence on those options, as we speak. And we hope to have a recommendation as soon as possible so schools can begin engaging with their stakeholders, with their families and community members on what's the best option for that local community. Because we know the conditions in one community may be very different from another community. Access may be different. So we want to make sure that in Kent County, we provide a framework for schools to work from. And I hope that's also the same for the committee at the statewide level.
For the committee at the statewide level, we know in Kent County they'll be reaching out for parent input. Do you know yet if that's something that's going to happen at the state level too?
Details around the committee were just released today. I was notified late last night, so we haven't had our first meeting yet, so I'm not sure of the scope of work, but I think it's critical that the voice of parents, of community members, of staff, of students is weighed in the decision. Again, those we serve need to have input into the process, and we look forward to having the results from Kent County. We've had a very high return rate on that survey already. It closed on June 10th, and we hope to share out results from that as soon as we can after that.
It's a big task ahead of you. Congratulations on that appointment. It's very important. Thank you for talking to us today.
Yeah, thanks, Emily. And again, our heart goes out to those that have been impacted directly by COVID-19. I hope everyone stays healthy and safe.